Hi Carol, my name is Richard Tyler. I met you at the Conquer Elite Sports Summit last week, and your story was quite inspiring. So I thought I would just make a quick strength and conditioning video for you for some cyclists. I've used this with cyclists in the past and motor racing drivers who have quite a large requirement for strength endurance in their shoulders. Believe it or not, most of the racing cars that they drive don't have power steering. It's only Formula 1 cars that do when you're doing open wheel racing. So we found this was a good kind of recovery and sort of phase 1 strength and conditioning routine, well, a part of it anyway. There's more to this, but hopefully it gives you a few ideas. And it revolves a little bit around the concept of the peltruncular, so getting your pelvis and your trunk and your scapula to kind of work together, because in sort of normal day-to-day function, and as you'll be aware in cycling, those will work together. So yeah, I'm going to just run through a few exercises and just use sort of standard loading principles in terms of application. If there's anything here you do want to apply, and I hope you enjoy it. So to start with, we're just going to get into an oblique sit position. Okay, you want your elbow directly underneath your shoulder, and you're trying to just get your ribs and your pelvis to be in alignment. Okay, because then with those being parallel to each other, you can generate better intra-abdominal pressure. Okay, then you take your hand and your wrist and you push it down, including all your fingers, as hard as you can into the floor. At the same time, you drive that big toe down into the floor. That should allow you to generate intra-abdominal pressure. Okay, getting used to just holding that position and breathing is an exercise on its own. Okay, you can do that for an endurance exercise. So the progression from this, I'm going to run through them quite quickly, is just to lift yourself up. Okay, so now we're integrating that shoulder and this hip. Alright, just holding that as an exercise, and the progression is going to be some rotations. So the beauty of these rotations is they will apply an eccentric load to the external rotators of your hip and of your shoulder, and that adds a lot of value in general terms for quality function of both of those joints. Cyclists tend to have elevated anterior rotated shoulder joints, and these exercises help to centralize the humerus inside the AC joint and promote better proprioceptive facilitation. So the next exercise is to lie down in this position. Okay, you can see my shoulders directly underneath me. I'm not slouched. Okay, 90-degree bend at your elbow. You lift this leg up to activate the opposite side hip, and you're just going to roll up and then decelerate down. Roll up, eccentrically load, decelerate down. Okay? Now you can make that as difficult as you want by adding a resistance band, pulling in whichever direction you like. Same thing with this leg, you can have them pull that in to have to try and drive themselves back up. Okay? Once we're done with that, we're going to go into slightly more dynamic planking positions effectively. So you're going to get into a good quality plank, but once you're up, you want to take your hands, put them flat, drive all your fingers down into the floor, and push your thumbs towards each other. But imagine they're stuck in cement, so they can't move. Okay, but all of that, and driving your elbows towards each other and down into the floor, creates better serratus anterior activation, which will help to stabilize your scapula against your back. Okay, asking the client to visualize themselves drawing their spine back and up between their shoulder blades tends to work better than asking them to try and stabilize and flatten their shoulder blades. Okay. Once you've got all those activations happening, you shouldn't be able to lift anyone's fingers up off the floor. You can rock forward and back. Okay, it just works on the deceleration element in the shoulders of the movement. Okay, left and right. You can circle or do a figure of 8. Okay, once you've done that, you're going to turn that into a single arm. This becomes quite a challenge, so if guys have any tweaks and nibbles, obviously you'd want to be aware of that. So all I'm looking to do is three-dimensionally stimulate everything around the shoulder joint and in some isometric contractions to help strengthen tendons, and in some eccentric loading, centralize the humerus within the shoulder joint and drive it through an endurance type strength program to help with the endurance type strength sport that they do. So I hope there was something there at least that added a bit of value that you might feel interested in using. If you want any more information, just give me a shout. But good luck, and I hope everything goes well moving forward.